Well, let's bring in comedian Sarah Mills, who's using her show EMBARRASS to raise awareness of bowel cancer. Very good morning to you, Sarah. Thanks for joining us here on LBC News.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit more about your show. I love the name, first of all.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Really clever.
I'm doing a show all about the time my bum tried to kill me. So I was diagnosed with bowel cancer, and yeah, it's been a really tough road to walk, but I'm now in remission. And I always sort of dabbled in comedy before I had cancer, but I think when you're diagnosed with cancer up your bum, I mean, it's obviously awful, but there's so many funny things that happen around, like colonoscopies and poo sample pots and all the rest of it, that the jokes just wrote themselves really, and it's become a whole show, yeah, like you say, called Badass.
And it's about taking the embarrassment out of it, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, because I didn't know anything about this type of cancer. I didn't know what a stoma was, which is a relatively common outcome from bowel surgery, where you have an opening in the front of your belly, you collect poo in a bag. All these things that I wasn't familiar with, that if I had known about, it would have made the experience, slightly easier, I think. And it's just because we don't talk about it and people don't come forwards. Or certainly, before Deborah did this amazing thing, people weren't coming forwards for screenings because they felt icky and embarrassed about it. And that ickiness, that embarrassment, it kills. That people literally sitting on their symptoms of bowel cancer and not coming forwards to their doctors, leaving it too long is what can kill when it's a bowel cancer diagnosis, because we know that bowel cancer is treatable if caught early. So if you act quickly, the outcomes should be positive. But it's just that embarrassment makes people not come forwards quickly enough.
And what's your reaction to these record numbers of people now coming forward for bowel cancer checks?
I mean, I think Deborah's legacy is spectacular and just awe-inspiring, and I think she's amazing. I'm slightly worried because the numbers are a reflection of people coming forwards for the screenings. The screenings aren't actually happening, and that's because of underfunding to the NHS.
So there's a disconnect there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's careless to talk about these things without also raising the fact that there aren't enough resources there, and that's purely down to, like I say, down to underfunding to the NHS. We keep voting in a government that doesn't care about our public services like that. So it is wonderful, and I'm really glad that everyone's talking about this, because I think, that's how Deborah is saving lives, and her legacy is formidable, and she's changed the conversation about bowel cancer. And so that's something to be really, really celebratory of. And I'm just in awe of her, and I feel like I hope this doesn't sound too trite, but I hope that I'm doing her proud as well. I want to carry on her work a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, I think anyone who raises awareness does such an important job.
Yeah, we partnered with Bowel Cancer UK, which is obviously the bowel cancer charity. And that is, the reason behind that is because, people come into the show. The show is uplifting and funny and cheerful and life-affirming, but it is, I worry that people in the audience some people might be sitting there thinking, oh, God, I've had blood in my poo. What should I do? Oh, I didn't know what a stoma was. I want to know more. And, they might not be able to get in touch with me. I mean, I very much welcome people getting in touch with me. But, that's why we partnered with Bowel Cancer UK, because... So it's just about sort of doing due diligence. It's a follow-on from any issues that the show might raise.
Well, really good to talk to you, and good luck with the show.